Welcome to CLMD Connect. In support to the Comprehensive Region-Led Learning Continuity Plan (LCP). I teach. Integrating technology academic community, the household. Ensuring every learner is safe and protected anytime, anywhere. Anchored on Sulong Idokalidad. This is DepEd Regional Office 11, delivering quality education across Davao Region.
Ayan, magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. Magandang umaga po Davao Region. And of course, welcome naman po sa panibagong webinar ng CLMD Connect Training Workshop on Radio-Based Lessons Scriptwriting. Ngayon po ay Agosto 1, 2020 and of course, we are celebrating po the buwan ng wika. Ayan. Of course, maraming salamat po muli sa inyong pagdalo sa ating webinar. At sa lahat po ng ating mga participants, ito ay napakahalaga pong pagsasanay na inyong dadaluhan, lalong-lalo na po doon sa ating official na mga writers, na kung saan kayo ay sasanayin ngayon at manunod po tayo sa dalawa po nating magigiting at magagaling na mga tagapagsanay upang sa ganon ay magampanan natin din ng buong kahusayan ang ating pagsusulat ng script para po sa ating radio-based instruction at sa ating TV-based instruction. Okay, so ngayon po, tulad ng nabanggit po namin ay simulang araw o unang araw din po ng ating buwan ng wika. Kaya po lahat ng mga nanonood sa amin ngayon, happy buwan ng wika po sa inyo. Of course, ang ating buwan ng wika ngayon ay may temang wika ng kasaysayan, kasaysayan ng wika, ang makatutubong wika sa maka-Filipinong bayanihan kontra pandemya. Ayan po, sumamaya po ay makakausap at makakasama din natin ang ating regional focal in Filipino para po sa ilang detalye patungkol po nga sa ating selebrasyon ng buwan ng wika. Okay? So bago tayo magpatuloy, of course, magbibigay-pugay muna tayo sa ating pambansang watawat sa pamamagitan po ng pag-awit ng lupang hinirang na susundan po ng ating worship song. Ayan, maraming salamat muli sa mga performers mula po sa Buhangin Central Elementary School. Sila po ang gumawa ng ating worship song. Thank you so much po sa inyo, Ma'am Elaine Samson, Sir Edgar Ducusin, Sir Paulo Albinto po. Okay, maraming salamat. And of course, nais po namin ipaalam sa inyo mga teacher participants namin ngayon, mga kaguruan, na kasama namin sa training na ito para sa radio-based or RBI lessons sa scriptwriting. Nais po lamang namin ipaalam din sa ibang audience na kasama po namin ngayon. Of course, this is open to public po dahil nga po naka-live tayo via YouTube channel ng CLMD. Ginawa po ito at pinagdesisyonan po ng ating tanggapang sa rehiyon, sa particular na po sa CLMD, na ilalive po ito na broadcast para po lahat ay makapanood. Gayunpaman, ipapaalam po namin na meron pong mga official na mga pangalan na kung saan ay dapat na makadalo talaga sa ganitong mga webinar or ganitong webinar na ito ngayong umaga. Ano po? And of course, nais din po namin ipaalam na lahat po ng nanonood ngayon ay welcome po sa ating attendance para makapagtala po kayo ng inyong attendance sa araw na ito. Ano po? Kaya nabanggit ko ng attendance, paki-flash po ng ating attendance link. Okay? Yan po ang ating attendance link ngayong araw na ito, bit.ly/r11-rbi-attendance. Okay po? So yan ang ating magiging attendance upang malaman po namin na kayo nga po ay nakadalo sa ganitong webinar. But of course, sana po lahat ng nasa official list na pinalabas po sa pamamagitan ng memorandum mula sa rehiyon at nailabas na po yan sa field ay makapagtala po kayo ng attendance dahil po kayo po ang inaasahan namin na talagang dadalo at tututok sa pagsasanay na gagawin po natin sa umagang ito. Gayunpaman, tulad nga po ng nabanggit ko at nais kong ulitin, nais kong bigyan ng paglilinaw na lahat po ng nanunood at yung iba po na hindi kasali doon sa official list nga po na in-identify ng ating rehiyon ay maaari din po kayong magtala ng inyong attendance. Dahil nga po, para ang ganitong papagkakataon ay makahanap din po ng iba pang mga kaguruan na kung saan meron talagang talento sa pagsusulat nga po ng script na siyang magagamit din po ng ating region para po sa paggawa ng napakarami pang mga scripts para gamitin po natin sa ating radio-based instruction at ganoon din po sa TV-based instruction. Okay, so kung sa madaling sabi, parang hahanap din kami ng mga panibagong manunulat na maging katuwang itong ating mga opisyal na tagapanulat at maging opisyal na rin kalaunan. Ano po? Okay, or identified na rin ng ating Region 11. Of course, para po malaman natin, ipapakilala sa atin ngayon ang ating regional focals, ang ating mga kasama o kalahok sa webinar na ito. Of course, sisimulan natin yan sa ating English group. Ang ating mga participants ay i-introduce po, ipapakilala sa atin ng ating regional focal or education program supervisor in English. We have Dr. Manuel P. Vallejo. Good morning, sir!
Good morning, everyone. June, before anything else, I would like to congratulate all the participants in our successful conduct of the literacy instruction. Wow! Sobrang happy ang CLMD dahil sa successful conduct ng event. Okay, so this morning, I would like to introduce to you our participants. But before that, of course, my high respect to our dear, kumbaga the top 3, yung sinabi ni Yusek kahapon, among all regional directors all throughout the Philippines. Congratulations, RD, top 3 kanya. To Dr. Evelyn R. Fitalvero, CESO 4. To our Assistant Regional Director, we have Dr. Maria Ines C. Asuncion, CESO 5. Of course, Ma'am Janet, congratulations! Ayan, our team captain, the Curriculum Learning Management Division Chief, Dr. Janet G. Veloso, Sese. And of course, to my co-EPs, my partners, Dr. Mary Jane Nihorada, the Filipino EPS Supervisor. And then of course, to my co-EPs, my partner, Dr. Analiza Almazan. Ayan, para sa ating radio-based instruction and TV-based instruction in both English and Filipino. And now, ladies and gentlemen, with pride and joy, I would like to present to you my dear division counterparts, my our wings beneath the wings. Ladies and gentlemen, from the division of Davao Oriental, we have Dr. Raymond Aquino with the participants. Okay, palakpak. Next, from the division of Davao del Sur, we have Dr. Ruben Asan with his participants. Palakpak. Next, we have Division of Digos City, Dr. Tito M. Endrina with his participants. Division of Davao City, Dr. Mayan Humwad with her participants. Division of the Island, Garden City of Samal or Igacos, the Embracing Region Division, the Haging Division, we have Ma'am Charisma Ambrona with her participants. Division of Panabo City, we have Ma'am Maria Perpetua Angelita Suelto or Ma'am Bembi. Ayan, sa kanyang nickname, with her participants. And now for the division of Tagum City, Dr. Darwin Suyat with his participants. Next, we have Division of Davao del Norte, Dr. Alan T. Gilaran with her participants. Next, we have Division of Davao de Oro, Dr. Hilda Opeña with her participants. Next, from the Division of Davao Oriental, Dr. Nancy Sumagaysay with her participants. The last but not the least, we have Division of Mati City, Ma'am Gina Silvestre with her participants. And lastly, to all our participants from different learning areas na talagang they are our inspiring additional attendees or joiners for this training. Sa lahat sa inyo, even the parents are joining with us. Sa lahat ng mga DepEd participants, DepEd officials who are joining with us. Sa lahat ng mga, John, ikaw na lang ng mga SDS sa ICDL. Good morning once again. Thank you so much for joining. God bless us all.
Wow, thank you so much, Dr. Manuel P. Vallejo, the Education Program Supervisor in charge of English. Maraming salamat, sir, at ingat po kayo dyan. At nabigyan na po ng ayan. Salamat po sa pagpapakilala sa inyong mga participants. Ano po? Okay, bago po tayo magpatuloy sa ating pagsasanay, of course, nais ko lamang po ipaalam sa lahat ng ating mga teacher participants na kasama po natin ngayon dahil nga po meron lamang kaming nais ipabatid sa inyo patungkol nga po sa Certificate of Attendance na automatically gina-generate po or gine-generate po ng ating system kahapon during our regional training on literacy instruction. Ano po? Of course, ang ating mga participants naman ngayon ay kasama din po natin kahapon na mga participants. Ano po? Nais lamang po namin ipaalam at tulungan niyo po kami na ipaalam po natin sa ating mga kasamahan na nagkakaroon lamang po tayo ng online traffic patungkol po doon sa pag-generate ng attendance. At katunayan nga po, ako man din na nagtala ng aking attendance upang makakuha din po ng Certificate of Attendance ay hindi pa rin po nare-receive yung aking certificate. Gayon pa man, rest assured po yan na kapag nakapagsumiti kayo ng tamang detalye, tamang email ad na inyong ginagamit, ay masusumiti po din sa inyo balik yung ating Certificate of Attendance. Gayunman, pagpasensyahan niyo po, hindi na po yan kontrolado ng technical team dahil system na po mismo ang nag-generate niyan. Ang Google na po mismo, si Google Form na po ang nag-generate niyan. Kaya paumanhinan po ninyo at pagpasensyahan po ninyo na medyo may kabagalan nga po at may katagalan ang pagdating ng mga certificates. Okay? Sa tala po namin kanina, umabot na po tayo sa Filipino alone. umabot na po tayo ng 10,338 na nagsumiti po ng attendance at saka ang nabigyan na po ng ating certificate ay umabot na po sa halos mahigit na 7,000 na mga participants. So ibig sabihin, nagge-generate pa rin po 'yan at nagpapatuloy sa uh, tawag nito, sa pagpapatuloy at pagbibigay ng respond ng system po sa inyong mga email ads. Pero ito lamang po, meron din kaming nais na linawin dahil meron po kaming napansin doon sa nagtala po ng attendance na kung saan mali po ang inyong email ad. Minsan sumobra doon sa dot o di kaya may space. Kaya po pagpaumanhinan po ninyo dahil hindi din po namin kontrolado kung hindi kayo makaka-receive ng certificate. Gayunman, ito po, lilinawin namin, gayunman ay hinahanapan namin ng paraan para kayo direktang makontak para po maayos yung inyong email ad na isinumiti sa amin na siya ding tawag nito, link or access na isusumiti po balik yung inyong mga certificates. Ano po? And of course, yun din po yung mga details na isinubmitted ninyo din po sa amin, lalong-lalo na yung mga pangalan ay medyo nagkalituhan naman po doon sa iba kasi ang nilalagay po nila sa pangalan ay mismong email ad. Ano po? Again, hindi po pwede na yung pangalan ninyo ay email ad dahil yun po ang i-generate ni system sa pangalan po ng inyong certificates. So, nais po namang naming linawin ang hinihingi po na mga detalye dyan sa inyong attendance ay yung una, yung inyong email, pangalawa po yung inyong mga pangalan, yung tamang pangalan, at dapat po nakasulat yan, mas maayos at mas maganda po nakasulat sa malalaking titik. Ganun pa man, kung hindi naman po yung normal lang ninyo na pagkasulat, small caps at saka with big letters sa simula, ay na-generate pa rin po. Pero yun nga po, kung ano yung isinumiti ninyo pagkasulat ninyo, yun din ang ibibigay ng system sa inyo. Ano po? Okay, so antay lamang po tayo. And ang gagawin po natin ay hahanapan ng technical team kung papaano po yung nagkakamali nung pag-respond. Kasi nga po meron tayong once lamang na pag-susumite dahil kapag naging marami din po at paulit-ulit kayong nagsisend, mas lalo pong magkakaroon ng online traffic. Kaya po ang ating technical support ay gumagawa ng paraan para po kayo ay direkta mismong makontak at makuha namin yung mga detalye na dapat naming makuha sa inyo para mabigyan kayo ng certificate. Ano po? So pagpasensyahan naman po, unawain niyo po sana kami dahil ito lamang po yung paraan na pwede namin gawin na sa ngayon dahil nga po hindi naman natin pwedeng ibigay sa inyo ng personal yung mga certificate na yan, kaya gagamitin po natin itong ating mga technology. Kaso ganun pa man, ang pagdating sa online traffic ay hindi na po kontrolado ng management. Kaya po, once again, yun pong merong mga problema doon sa ating pagtatala ng detalye na kinukuha po namin sa inyo ay hindi po man kayo makasumiti agad kasi hindi nga po pwedeng sabay-sabay uulitin ninyo yung respond dahil mas lalo tayo magkakaroon ng online traffic. Gayon pa man ay ginagawan po namin ng paraan na makontak kayo sa pamamagitan po ng mga detalyeng na isumitin nyo din sa amin para mabigyan kayo at ma-send sa inyong mga emails pa rin po ang inyong certificate. Ano po? And of course, paunang mga certificate pa lamang yun or katibayan dahil meron pa po tayong certificate of completion at certificate of participation na kung saan dadaan pa yan sa screening committee upang maisaayos naman po kung sino talaga yung karapat-dapat na bibigyan ng ating mga certificates na yan. Tulad nga po sa RTOT natin, na kung saan naman po ay inaayos din ng ating screening committee. Kaya po kung napansin niyo wala pa po kayong nare-receive mula sa amin, mula sa CLMD. Ano po. So antay-antay lamang po kayo pero sigurado pong maibibigay po yan sa inyo, sa inyong mga email. Ito lamang po nais naming ulitin sa inyo lahat po ng mga kaguruan. Please ipa-activate nyo po o ipaayos nyo po yung inyong DepEd email. Again po, DepEd email. Dahil yung DepEd email na yan ang magiging official email ad nyo po na dapat gamitin bawat transaksyon o bawat magkakaroon tayo ng mga webinars sa ating rehiyon. Dahil yan po ang pinaka-official na email ad po nating mga kaguruan. Ano po? Hindi lamang sa mga kaguruan, basta mga DepEd personnel, yan po ang pinaka-official dahil naka-deped.gov.ph nga po yung kanyang extension na link na yan o extension na name ng inyong email. Ano po? So, ayan. Sana malinaw po yun sa lahat at naway tulungan niyo po kami na ma-inform din po yung iba kahapon na mga kasamahan niyo din mo mga kaguruan. Dahil po sa tala dito sa aking screen, meron po tayong 244 na participants na nanonood sa atin ng sabay-sabay, pero kahapon po umabot tayo ng halos mahigit na 35,000 na mga participants. Ano po? Okay? So ngayon sa pagpapatuloy ng ating training para po sa RBI Scriptwriting, of course, huwag niyong kalimutan yung link, naka-flash pa rin sa inyong screen, yung inyong attendance para po sa araw na ito. At ngayon naman, makakasama natin on screen ang Regional Focal naman po, Education Program Supervisor ng Filipino, na si Dr. Mary Jane M. Mejorada para sa pagpapakilala po ng mga kalahok sa Filipino. Ma'am Jane, good morning!
Good morning, June.
Yes
Bago
po.
po simulan, June, ang pagpapakilala sa ating mga kalahok, hayaan niyo po ako na ibigay ang aking mensahe para sa pagdiriwang ng Buwan ng Wika. So nakikiisa sa buong Pilipinas ang DepEd Rehiyon 11 sa paggunita at pagbibigay halaga sa ating pambansang wika at iba pang wika na ginagamit sa bansa natin. Mabuhay ang wikang naging mata at tainga ng ating kasaysayan at patuloy na magiging saksi sa mga pangyayaring uukit sa ating pagkatao. Wika ng kasaysayan, kasaysayan ng wika. Kanina po ay nabanggit na ang tema at naipost ko na po sa Facebook page ko po. So lahat ay na-share ko na sa inyo. So mabuhay po tayong lahat at sana magkaroon tayo ng iba't ibang uri ng pagdiriwang o launching ng ating Buwan ng Wika celebration. So nakita ko na kanina ang Santa Ana National High School ay nagpost na po ng kanilang paglulunsad ng pagdiriwang ng Buwan ng Wika nasa YouTube na po. So kung ano man yung inyong mga paglulunsad sa bawat division, sa bawat sangay, maaari nyo pong i-share po sa akin at i-share sa buong Rehiyon 11. Magandang umaga sa lahat. Pagbati sa inang wika ng Rehiyon 11, Director Dr. Evelyn R. Fitalbero, sa kanyang kawaksing Director, Dr. Maria Ines Asuncion, ang ating ina ng panrehiyong hepe ng Supervisor sa Pamamahalang Kurikulum sa Pagkatuto, Dr. Janet G. Veloso, ang mga punong supervisor sa edukasyon sa sangay ng pagpapatupad ng kurikulum sa 11 dibisyon, sa tagapamanihalang pansangay sa 11 dibisyon, mga punong guro, mga kalahok, at ang mga kasama kong tagamasid pansangay sa Filipino. Ikinalulugod ko pong ipakikilala ang mga kalahok at magbibigay katuparan sa radio-based instruction, ang kakaibang modality sa paghahatid sa katuparan ng pagkatuto sa liblib na lugar o malayo sa kabihasnan na hindi maaabot ng internet. Simulan natin sa sangay ng Davao City sa pangunguna ng tagamasid pansangay na si Dr. Rene Sultan at ang kanyang mga kalahok. Sa sangay naman ng Davao del Sur, sa pangunguna ng tagamasid pansangay na si Dr. Rita Rillanos at ang kanyang mga kalahok. Sa sangay naman ng Digos City, sa pangunguna ni Dr. Joan Niones at ang kanyang mga kalahok. Sa sangay naman ng Island Garden City of Samal, sa pangunguna ng tagamasid pansangay ni si Ma'am Lourdes Manlapos at ang kanyang mga kalahok. Sa sangay naman ng Mati City, sa pangunguna ng tagamasidpan sangay na si Dr. Michelle Disonglo at ang kanyang mga kalahok. Para naman sa sangay ng Davao Oriental, sa pangunguna ng tagamasidpan sangay na si Ginang Geraldine Borgus at ang kanyang mga kalahok. At sa sangay naman ng Tagum City, sa pangunguna ng tagamasidpan sangay na si Dr. Christy Agodera at ang kanyang mga kalahok. Sa sangay naman ng Davao del Norte, sa pangunguna ni Ginang Binibining Marlene Publico at ang kanyang mga kalahok. Sa sangay naman ng Davao de Oro, sa pangunguna ni Dr. L.D. Cris Calzadora at ang kanyang mga kalahok. Sa sangay naman ng Davao Occidental, sa pangunguna ni Dr. Delia Madelo at ang kanyang mga kalahok. At sa sangay ng Panabo City, sa pangunguna ni Sir Peter Mijares at ang kanyang mga kalahok. Magandang umaga sa lahat at patuloy po nating iingatan ang ating sarili sa pagbuo ng ating makabuluhang mga learning resources na gagamitin sa radio-based instruction. Again, maraming salamat sa inyong pagdalo.
Ayan, maraming salamat po Dr. Mary Jane M. Mejorada, ang Education Program Supervisor po sa Filipino na nagpakilala din po sa lahat ng ating mga Education Program Supervisor sa lahat ng 11 divisions, kasama po ang kanilang mga kalahok ngayon. Thank you so much, Ma'am Jane, at ingat po kayo. Okay? So sa pagpapatuloy po ng ating programa ngayon o ng ating webinar, meron din po kaming pangalawang anunsyo. Nais lamang po naming linawin din patungkol naman sa evaluation link, yung Katami link po natin, na ang nangunguna po dyan, na may control po dyan talaga, full access, full control, ay ang ating Quality Assurance Division. Gayunpaman, ipinapaabot po nila ng evaluation link na yan, at ganun din po yung training, end of training evaluation link. Dalawa po kasi yun kahapon, yung day 5 evaluation link at saka yung end of prog or end of program evaluation link ay bukas po hanggang alas 6 ng gabi ngayong araw na ito, August 1, 2020. Hindi na po tanghali, hindi na po ngayon alas 12, kundi hanggang alas 6 po ng gabi ngayong araw, August 1, 2020. Ganon din po, bukas din po ang ating mga links para sa pagsusumiti naman ng mga outputs hanggang 6 din po ng gabi ngayong araw na ito. Kasali po dyan ang ating attendance link na merong certificate of attendance. Okay? Sana malinaw po yun at ipabatid po natin yon at ipaalam sa ating mga kasamang kaguruan na dumalo po sa ating 5 araw na pagsasanay sa Regional Training on Literacy Instruction. Okay? Sa pagpapatuloy po ng ating opening ngayon sa ating webinar, ay nais ko pong tawagin on screen ang ating Chief sa Curriculum and Learning Management Division, Dr. Janet G. Veloso, para po sa pagbibigay ng kanyang opening remarks. Ganun din po, kasama na ang mensahe po na nagmumula din sa ating Panrehiyong Director, Dr. Evelyn R. Fitanvero. Ma'am Jan, good morning!
Yes, good morning. Muli, good morning sa lahat. Magandang umaga sa lahat. Yes. Sa lahat ng ating mga participants today, we are very happy. And as you were recognized by the respective education program supervisors handling the program for English and Filipino. Now, my salute also primarily to our top management, to Ma'am R.D. Evelyn R. Fitanvero, and to our Assistant Regional Director, Madam Maria Ines Asuncion. And also, I am very happy and thankful to the sacrifice of my team from the Curriculum and Learning Management Division. We have Dr. Mary Jane Mejorada, Dr. Manuel Vallejo, and also Dr. Annalisa Almazan, together with our counterpart, the technical team, Sir June Aguilon and Ma'am Logine Masanggit of the ICTU. And of course, to the rest of the participants, kasama ng inyong mga education program supervisors. I know that today is a Saturday, and I believe that we are running out of time already going to the opening of classes comes August 24, 2020. If we are going to look back to our preparation as part of the learning continuity plan of the region, part of which is the preparation of the self-learning module. And why I am citing it, the self-learning modules, is that to emphasize to you that no other conversion or no conversion can be done scholarly and intelligently and judiciously if the basic self-learning module is not complete. So why I am saying this, maybe you are thinking why the region is only training the RBI today, why the conversion or the training on conversion is done late. We cannot do it otherwise or without the basis of an approved self-learning modules. Now that we have, as you can see probably in the self-learning module teams, that what are those materials being published ahead are the materials coming from the regional office 11. So you must be proud of that, of the sacrifices of our writers and developers of the self-learning modules. And you should be inspired of it because we are now taking off formally for the conversion of the materials to radio-based instruction. And what is indicative in here is that there are materials or there are self-learning modules that are not needed to be converted because the central office provided us a guide of the most essential learning competencies to be converted, and meaning these are the most essential learning competencies that are necessary and can be considered and can be converted into the radio-based instruction and TV-based instruction. So why the central office provided that to us? Because not all materials are to be converted to radio-based instruction. So later, or probably after this, all your counterpart education program supervisors will be provided, and I'm sure that you have already the copy of that, no, that document wherein it contains the list of materials or milks that are supposed to have materials for conversion to ebook and to radio-based and TV-based instruction. So with this kind of information that I am giving you is that you are now in a better position on how to convert the material because we are providing you the in-house trainers for you to do it. Now, ang direction nito is that for you to be able to make use of your learning today to craft or to draft your script for a particular milks or module that you will be assigned. Kumbaga, hindi ito hit and miss. All of you will be assigned to a particular most essential learning competencies at bangga dito or aligned dito kung ano yung respective or corresponding self-learning modules that are made and developed by our writers. Now, as you will be moving to the script writing, it is fitting for you to know the standards. So you will know today the standards. And I hope that you are going to make the most of your time on that to ensure that you have digested or you grasp all the things that are necessary and vital for you to be able to make a scholarly and, shall we say, excellent script. So, what will happen to those who are watching us and are potential to be script writers? Yes, it is not the end of the world because while the assigned script writers are doing their respective task, because they will be assigned to the grade 3 materials, because all the materials that we are going to convert first are those materials in the first quarter for grade 3. Kasi approved na yon. Now, the rest of you are watching and you are interested and you have the caliber to do it, we will be providing the list of milks and the materials that you may improve and convert into radio script or radio based instruction script and TV based instruction script. Actually, the TV based training that will be formally managing and spearheading, that will be on August 10 to 12, I believe. From that will be that the dates are already indicated in our issued memorandum. And I hope that you are going to join us as well because we would want somebody, hindi lang ito limited to those who were identified by the division, but also making it sure that those who are just watching outside there and you have the caliber, and you can participate and you will be recognized as we are going to issue as well in the field on where you can upload your finished product. And so by doing that, we are in bayanihan in this kind of endeavor. And so I hope that all of you will be with us and joining us in this particular Bayanihan Act, particularly on the conversion of our self-learning modules into radio-based instruction and TV-based instruction. God bless everyone.
Thank you so much, Dr. Janet G. Veloso. Ayan, so ma'am, talaga kukuha pa tayo ng mga, parang nag scout din tayo ng mga potential writers talaga na may kakayanan, kung sino pa yung nais na makiisa. Dahil nga po, tulad ng nasabi ni ma'am, ngayon po ay panahon ng bayanihan. Hindi po ito work lamang ng isang division, isang sangay, isang tao, grupo ng mga tao, kundi tayong lahat po na mga kaguruan na kung meron tayong malasakit sa ating bata, sa ating bayan, of course, gagawa at gagawa tayo ng paraan para makasali sa ganitong mga pagkakataon. Thank you so much, Ma'am Chan. Once again, magandang umaga po sa inyo. Okay, ayan po. So narinig po natin ang mensahe mismo ng ating CLMD Chief, Dr. Janet G. Veloso, at naway naging malinaw po at malinaw po yon sa lahat ng ating mga kaguruan kasama ngayon sa ating pagsasanay na ito. Of course, para po ipaalam sa atin naman ang rasyonale nga po ng training workshop on radio-based lessons, script writing, makakasama naman natin ang ating LR manager, ang ating education program supervisor din ng kindergarten. Of course, we have Madam Annalisa C. Almazay. Hello, Ma'am Annalisa. Good morning.
Hello. Good morning,
Yes,
everyone. Ayan.
Yes,
Good morning.
ma'am. So, ma'am, opo, yan. Si ma'am talaga humanap pa po talaga ng paraan para makakonekta dahil po nagkakaroon din po siya ng problema sa signal. Pero ayan po, live na live natin kasama si ma'am. Go, Ma'am A!
Yeah, okay. My courtesy to RD Petalbero, to ARD Asuncion, to Chief Veloso, to all the education program supervisors in the curriculum, Learning Management Division, in the Curriculum and Implementation Division of the Schools Division Offices, to all the of course, the members of the management team. So later I will be introducing them. And of course, to all the participants of this training. Thank you so much that even it is Saturday, but you still managed to be here and to attend this training. Okay, so why we have this training? It is because we want to reorient. Okay, because you're already school paper, most of you are school paper advisors, so therefore you know already how to do the script, especially in radio broadcasting. So this is all about reorientation of your knowledge. You will be refreshed on how to come up with radio-based instruction script writing or script. And then because we want that all the self-learning modules will be converted to different modalities, because of course the teaching delivery would be delivered in different modalities. We already had the conversion of our self-learning modules into ebook, and then into what is that? Into we contextualize our self-learning modules in kindergarten and mother tongue in our own language. And today we are going to convert our self-learning modules into radio-based lesson scripts. And then next week we will be converting again the self-learning modules into TV-based lessons. All right. So there will be 4 conversions for our self-learning modules. Then we are going to concentrate in our activity the self-learning modules developed by Region 11 assigned to us, and that is the grade 3 self-learning module. Ayan. So all learning areas po, but like what Chief told us, that not all most essential learning competencies are to be converted to radio-based. So mayroon na tayong mga 37. Yeah, if I'm not okay. So there are 37, 37 most essential learning competencies to be converted uh, into radio-based lessons. Ayan. So I would like to present to you our management teams who will be managing this conversion or this LR processes. With us in the oversteering committee, of course, our chief, Dr. Janet Veloso, together with EPS Manuel Vallejo in English, EPS Mary June Mejorada in Filipino. And to help us manage in terms of the LR processes, we have the Learning Resource Management section teams in Davao Oriental, headed of course by DLR Manager, Ma'am Susan Salazar, PDO, Mark Phil Taxip, the librarian, Jovesa Estrella. Then that is for Team A, yung tawag natin sa kanila, Team A. Team B will be managed by Davao de Oro Learning Resource Management section, headed of course by the LR Manager Arlene Lim and their librarian Ma'am Leia Baruiz. So mayroon tayong propaganda. Open po yung item ng Project Development Officer nila, yung PDO, kasi na-promote si si Ma'am Sheila sa kanilang in a different office. Okay? So that's for Team B. And then for Team C, they will be managed by the Learning Resource Management section of Davao Occidental, headed of course by their LR Manager, Sir Ernie Agsaolio. Then their Project Development Officer, Althea Yamig, and the librarian, Ma'am Ardeen Lastimoso. Okay, so those are the management teams who will be managing the different script writers. So we arranged the script writers into 3 teams also. Tagum City, Davao Oriental, and Panabo script writers, together with Mati City, they will be joining Davao Oriental, yung management team headed by Davao Oriental. That is what we call Team A. For Team B, that's for the the management team would be Davao de Oro. So the Team B would be Davao del Sur, Davao de Oro, Davao City, together with the half of the Mati City. Okay, alamin natin mamaya bakit may half-half. And then for Team C, that would be managed by the Learning Resource Management section of Davao Occidental. So yung TMC po, yung Davao Occidental, Panabo City, then Mati City, and Davao City. Okay? So may mga half-half tayo. Mamaya as we finish our training proper, then during the wrap up, during the giving of assignment, I will explain to you the mechanics of this activity. All right. So, of course, we are very glad that we're always being supported by our technical support team. We have Sir June Aguilon and Ma'am Lujin Masagit. Thank you so much for the two of you for always responding our needs in terms of the ICT. And of course, we have our regional secretariat when it comes to learning resource management. We have Ma'am Edith Ibanez, Ma'am Mary Ana Costa, and Ma'am Aurora Lagrama. So thank you. And Sir June, I will be talking more on the mechanics later after our training proper. Thank you and God bless everyone.
Thank you so much, Ma'am A. Thank you so much for that very comprehensive rationale about our training this morning. And of course, mamaya makakasama pa natin muli si Ma'am A para po naman sa wrap-up at yung mga pagbibigay ng mga tasks sa ating mga script writers. Thank you, Ma'am. Ingat po kayo dyan and God bless po sa inyo. Okay, so ngayon sa puntong ito ay magkakaroon na tayo sa, tutungo na tayo rather, sa ating formal na pagsasanay. Ito na po talaga yung proper natin na pagsasanay. Of course, makakasama natin ang dalawa, no? Ang mga dalawa natin tagapagsanay na siyang nakadalo din po sa ibinigay na pagsasanay ng ating national doon po sa pamamagitan po ng University of the Philippines, Los Baños. Okay po. Of course, makakasama natin ang unang tagapagsanay natin, ang unang trainer po natin, training facilitator natin mula sa Davao Oriental, si Ma'am Marilu P. Masuna. Ma'am Marilu. Ayan. Good morning po, ma'am.
Hello, sir. Good morning. Good morning, everyone.
Yeah. Lumon, madayaw na buntagan mo.
Madayon na timplano, sir.
Temprano da gayon. Ayan. O, tama ka di temprano. So, nakalingaw da ako. Gahapit ako makalingaw. It's been about a decade. No, wala ako makabalik. Thank you so much, Ma'am Marilu, for being with us. Okay, go ahead po, ma'am.
Hope you can hear me clearly. I guess some of you, if not all, had watched the webinar on FB Live last July 3 about this radio-based instruction conducted by UP. I am one of the teachers who were fortunate to attend or to join in the Zoom. Actually, we are two from Region 11. One is Ma'am Dali Jane Hamil from Tagum City. It doesn't mean, though, that we are experts in writing radio scripts. It just happened that we are writers of a certain module in grade 3 English and Filipino. So kami po ang naatasan na sumali doon. So I would personally thank Ma'am Susan Salazar, the Education Program Supervisor, and at the same time, the LRMS Manager of the Division of Davao Oriental for giving me this opportunity. So after that virtual learning experience, we got the idea on how to transform our self-learning modules into radio scripts. So that is what we are going to do also after this. So I know you can do better, even best, because you are all school paper advisors. You've been teaching your campus journalists on how to make scripts or to write their scripts, especially in radio broadcasting and script writing. So pagpasensyahan nyo na po itong aking humble representation. I know you are all amazing and talented teachers in your respective stations. So let me now share to you my screen. So my task now is to refresh you with the basic principles of radio script writing and the basic radio script format. These were shared to us by Dr. Trina Lea T. Mendoza, the Dean of College in the Development and Communication from UP Los Baños. So before we are writing our script, we have to think first of the concept or treatment approaches on how to deliver our radio-based lesson, because it guides on how to put flesh into the script. This is a short paragraph to justify or explain the choice of treatment, and a detailed summary designed to share the writer's plan for the script with others before an actual script is written. So here are the kinds of treatment. First is the straight narration or teacher approach. Includes narration of facts and messages in a straightforward manner, usually written in the third person. It is the most formal and basic way of presenting the subject matter. So it is called the teacher approach or a teacher approach because the atmosphere of delivering instruction is just like we are on normal classroom setting, no, explaining explicitly to our learners. Examples also are when we watch news on TV, the documentaries. So the persons delivering them are straightforward. So speaking in third person. So this is teacher approach. The second one is dramatic approach. It consists of characters depicting various roles. So there is the presentation, or the presentation has conflict, climax, or anti-climax, and a resolution. So this kind of approach involves characterization. So kunwari, mayroong lolo at lola ba, or lolo, no, or lolo o lola ba, tapos yung kanyang apo, exchanging conversations dramatically while presenting the main theme of the lesson. So just like also in a story, there is conflict that creates the narrative thread of a story. Of course, there is climax or the turning point of the dramatization, and then the action being initiated during which the solution is given. But the main purpose of this approach is to help our student listeners to understand the lesson implied in the broadcast. So this is dramatic approach. The third one is the you approach. So audiences are addressed directly by the word you. Employs the second person point of view. So the script is written as if the writer is talking directly to the viewers. So this approach, as what Ma'am Trina shared, is visible already in the self-learning modules that we have. It is the most appropriate in radio. So it is the most appropriate to be used in radio. It's as if we are writing our scripts like we are talking directly to our students or our listeners. How we address our learners as you. For example, in the part of the module, what I need to know, it's stated there, for example, as you go over the pages of the module, you will experience exciting activities that will enrich your knowledge about blah, blah, blah. So we are giving direct instructions to our learners. So when they hold the self-learning modules, it's as if we are in front of them. So we are addressing them directly. So, for examples also of this you approach are commercial and vlogs. No, diba? The vloggers usually address the viewers directly as if the viewers are with them, in their vlogs. Next one is the dialogue approach. Dialogue approach is the basic element of this is conversation. So similar with the dramatic approach, there is characterization, but the difference of the dialogue approach is only through a conversation, not necessarily presenting the conflict or the solution in the end as presented in the dramatic approach. So meron pa rin siyang characters, pero hindi na siya kompleto, just like in the dramatic approach. Next one is the documentary approach. So this is the combination of approaches with the use of voice clips, sound effects to make the presentation more realistic and credible. So this documentary approach, mas mabusisi na siya because as what we watch or heard in the documentary stories, there is the attachments of interviews. So next one is the abstract or the symbolic approach. Includes sounds and abstract visuals. Ideas may not be stated explicitly, and audience makes own interpretation of the information presented. Good for the arts, but not for scientific and technical information. Kasi iniiwasan daw natin yung mag-create tayo ng misinterpretation. So it is only good for the arts, but not for scientific and technical information. It is seldom used during our plugs or not even recommended because as much as possible, we try not to present vague ideas. We are advised to give clear and precise information during our broadcasts. So it's not recommended to use this abstract or symbolic approach. Now let's move on to the principles in writing for radio. Number 1, be brief. Broadcasting is constrained by time. So, example, the radio news, maglalast lang po siya for 60 seconds. So, we have to be direct to the point. So, be brief. We have to take into consideration the attention span of the listeners, especially if we lack of visual support of any kind. So, second is personalize. So, we have to adjust the style, the language, and content of your writing to your intended audience. So, para kanino ba yung ating script na sinusulat? Is it for mothers, farmers, or children? So, it is very important to know our audience, their grade level, so you can give some considerations. So for those of us who will be assigned to write scripts for grade 3 or grade 6 or even senior high school, so there are certain considerations we must take into account, like their weaknesses, what are their needs, or what help we can give them so that they can understand better. So yun lang. So we have to personalize. Number 3, be clear. You have to choose simple words. Avoid a long word when a short word will do. So bakit nga ba tayo gagamit ng long words na mas madali naman pala maintindihan yung mga simple words? So better, we have to choose simple words. Okay. Number 4, be precise. Use words carefully to provide specific meanings. Say what you mean. So how are we going to be precise? So we're going to use contractions. So contractions sound more natural and familiar and easier to read aloud. So examples, instead of using do not, we use don't. So it's as if we are talking casually. So wag masyadong formal. Okay? Be precise. We have to be specific because of the short span of our airtime. Unlike in print, we can use a lot of introductions, but not in radio because according to Ma'am Trina, our airtime is very precious. We can use contractions if we want to be more casual. But there are exemptions. So we have to also avoid contractions when you want to emphasize an important point, especially when writing news. So example, the senator does not support the Freedom of Information Bill. So mag-iisip pa rin tayo, is it better to use contractions na makakapag-create tayo ng confusion? So for this example, the senator does not, we should not write it as the senator doesn't support. So we have to weigh how to use contraction. So in this kind of example, we have to avoid contraction. So instead of using contraction, so we have to be formal. So the senator does not support the Freedom of Information Bill. Ayun, para iwasan din yung confusion. Number 5, be concise. Every word used must have a purpose for being there. Replace a series of words or phrase with one word that means the same. So examples, instead of using once a week, so we have to use weekly. Instead of give testimony, we have to use to testify. So rich vocabulary matters talaga po, ano. So we will use shorter words rather than long words. Similar to how we teach our campus journalists in framing up verbs for copywriting and headline writing, no? So the shorter the verb, the better. So we have to be concise. Next, number 6, be concrete. Avoid vague and abstract words. Words must elicit tangible images. Examples, 5-story building, 200-pound woman. So you should elicit tangible images like this. So don't use too many adjectives. So same as being concise, we will not use too much adjectives. Number 7, be informal and conversational. Speak to the audience, not read to them. Involve the listeners, talk to them in a normal conversation. Write for the ear, not for reading. So even if you are in radio, it's as if you are talking casually to your audience. So just like this, I am speaking here. You are watching on FB Live. It's as if that I am talking to you. So just like also in radio broadcasting, we are talking in the radio, and then our listeners are in their homes, especially our students. It's as if we are conversing with them. It's as if we are conversing with them person to person. So we have to be informal and conversational. Number 8, be readable. So broadcast copy must be smooth and readable. So we should avoid sibilant words, words with letters S and Z, and tongue twisters. So it's for the benefit of the broadcaster. No? How about if the scripts that you are writing will be read by other teachers or radio broadcasters? So you should make your script readable as possible. Avoid alliterations. So what are these alliterations? Repetition of usually initial consonant sounds in 2 or more neighboring words or syllables. Common feature in poetry, songs, raps, and other kinds of writings. Examples: wild, woolly, threatening throngs, 7 sisters. So we should avoid this. We should also avoid homonyms. Each of 2 or more words having the same spelling or pronunciation but different meanings and origins. Examples: address. How do we address our students? So address could mean to speak to, or it could also be a location. So another one is bright, very smart or intelligent. It could also mean filled with light. Another one is fair. Fair could also mean equitable or beautiful. So we have to avoid homonyms. Avoid tongue twisters also. These are words or phrases which are difficult to read by reading the copy aloud. So para dili ta masami, so let us avoid this one. No, tongue twisters. Observe the one idea, one sentence rule. How are we going to observe the one idea, one sentence rule. We have to avoid overcrowding. So what is this overcrowding? Too many ideas in one sentence. The more ideas included in one sentence, the more difficult it is for the audience to understand the information presented. So isang idea lang, one sentence, one idea lang. Number 10, attribute sources at the start of the sentence. It is nice to hear that at the start of the sentence, we are already giving information. So we have to use active voice. Example, Catanduanes representative has called for an investigation of the reported leakage of this year's nursing licensure examination. So we are using this active voice. So what is the sources? So Catanduanes representative. So at the start of the sentence, we are already giving sources. Okay. Number 11, prefer the indirect quotation. So this helps in creating a smoother, readable copy. So weak po ito. The President said, agriculture needs to be improved throughout the country. So mas okay po kung itong gamitin. The President said that agriculture needs to be improved throughout the country. So we have to use indirect quotation. Okay. Number 12, we have to provide phonetic spelling for unfamiliar words or jargon. So illustrate or explain difficult concepts. Example, ang Lamesa watershed ay isang reservoir o imbakan o mapagkukunan ng tubig. Again, we are going to take into consideration the ones reading our scripts. So, para hindi na sila mahirapan sa pagbabasa, so lalagyan mo na din ng meaning. So, reservoir or paano din bibigkasin. Ganyan. Close and open parentheses yung reservoir. Para tama yung kanyang pagkabasa or tama yung kanyang pagkabigkas. Number 13, we have to use transition words para mas malinaw. Example, likewise, administrators of the country's nursing schools support Santiago's call for investigation. So yung transition word dito na ginamit ay likewise. Number 14, repeat the message if necessary. This will make it more memorable for the audience. So, okay po yung, for example, in the part of our broadcaster, we are giving them assessment. So, when we have our question, we need to repeat again the question and the choices so that the listeners can follow. And other example also, if the audience wants to ask questions, so you give your cell phone number. So when giving your cell phone number, you should repeat it, no? So for example, the number to dial is 5362433. Again, call us at 5362433. Use abbreviations or acronyms sparingly and properly. Example, the DOH budget was cut down to the International Monetary Fund or IMF has approved. So we have to use abbreviation or acronyms sparingly and properly. Kasi baka yung mabasa or baka yung pagkabigas ng broadcaster, the DO budget was cut down to, or the WHO said that the pandemic is now, ano ba yung WHO? Yun pala yung World Health Organization. So we have to use abbreviations or acronyms sparingly and properly. Okay? We can spell them out first, then we can give abbreviations afterwards. Number 16, handle figures properly. So round off figures. Example, almost 100 graduates have also filed a petition. A budget of 5,980 was allocated to the municipality. So we should not use figures like 5.9. So we have to round off figures. Avoid beginning sentences with a person's age and in general with any number. And we have to spell out dollars, cents, pesos, percent, kilograms, and meters. Pag po tayo maglagay ng mm, baka millimeter, m, o baka ma-misinterpret nila. So better to spell out na lang. Spell out also fractions like 1/2, 5 and a half. So ganon. Spell out numbers which are used at the beginning of sentences. So spell out numbers from 1 to 10 and use numerals for 11 to 999. So okay lang po yung i-spell mo the lesser the number from 1 to 10, but then the greater number from 11 to 999, you can use numerals. So let's move on now in the guidelines, or the guidelines in preparing the radio script. These are the principles in writing for radio. Number 1, page layout. So 1-inch left margin, source of sound column, copy blocks. This is my sample script. So no pattern from the script given to us, the SOA script given to us by UP. So here we have to observe the 1-inch left margin. Spacing, it should be double spaced. Okay, it should be double spaced for easier readability of the broadcaster or for editing purposes. So madali lang pag-edit because it has already spaced. Number 3, the page numbering. Put page number at top right corner, maximum of 3 repetitions. Then put slash or ellipsis after the number. So I guess meron na po kayong sample script, no? So alam niyo na po ito. Write first 2 or 3 words of title. Ayan po. Example, the title of my self-learning module is Sentences Galore. So ilagay ko po dyan ang title, then ellipsis, then page 2. So ito po. That is page numbering. Number 4 is the source of sound. Can be found at left portion of the page. So indicate the type of sound to appear. Use ANNCR for announcer or NARR for narrator. For multiple voices, type the names of the characters. Example, Tristan, Carl, Gwen. The names of characters should all be typed in capital letters. Okay. Source of sound. Yan. Number 5 is music cues. Music or MSC appears on the source of sound column. Description of music appears in copy block. So all instructions for music are all in caps and underlined. Just like that po. Okay, the music cues. Sound cues. Number 6, SFX appears on the source of sound column. So description appears in the copy block. Example, SFX, ano yung ginamit mo? Zipper of bag opens. Okay. Number 7, copy block. Words to be spoken or typed in uppercase and lower case. Everything that will not be spoken, all caps. No? Direction to actors or talents, all caps in parentheses, but not all underlined. Example, Fernan shouts, stamp feet. So yan. Number 8, dividing words. Never divide a word across a page or a word between lines. So if a paragraph or sentence carries over to the next page, try to break the copy at a comma or natural pause. Newscaster can change pages more easily. Newscaster can change pages more easily. Example, narrator. For instance, the core group of Aroroy received 2.6 million pesos budget for nutrition. Milagros received an increased budget for 2016 as well. So lagyan nyo na po dito ng more. So yan. More, it means that there is another page. Okay. And lastly, the end marks. Use end to signify the end of the script. Ito po. So, it means nothing follows kasi may end na po na nakalagay. Okay. That is all about my presentation po this morning. Thank you very much.
Welcome to CLMD Connect. In support to the Comprehensive Region-Led Learning Continuity Plan LCP. I teach. Integrating technology academic community, the household. Ensuring every learner is safe and protected anytime, anywhere. Anchored on Sulang Idokalidad. This is DepEd Regional Office 11, delivering quality education across Davao Region.
Thank you so much, Ma'am Luge. And of course, we will invite on screen again, Ma'am Marilu. Hello po, Ma'am.
Hello,
Ma'am
sir.
Marilu.
Hello, sir. Thank you.
Opo, Ma'am. Maraming salamat po sa iyong pagbabahagi ng inyong natutunan po doon sa ikinandak nga po ng UPLB, CLC po tungkol po sa ating radio-based. Meron ka po ba nais na idagdag pa, Ma'am?
Only words of appreciation po. Pasensya na po sa recorded video. Alam niyo naman po dito sa Baganga Davao Oriental, ang hirap ng signal. So, we finished our video recording almost midnight na po. So, pasensya na sa mga discrepancies. Kayo na po ang bahala magpasensya po. Thank you.
Okay, so Ma'am Marilu, maraming salamat. Ayan. So mamaya si Ma'am Marilu ay makakasama pa po natin muli dahil nga po kung meron tayong panahon at pagkakataon na ma-entertain din po yung mga katanungan nila, Ma'am. Kasi nag-post po tayo ng link dyan sa baba po, yung tumatakbong yan, para po sa kanilang mga katanungan na mamaya din po ay makakasama naman natin. Of course, ang ating LR manager na si Ma'am Annalisa Ma'am Annalisa Almazan. Ayan, thank you so much po, Ma'am Mars, and of course, babalikan ka po namin mamaya. Thank you po, ingat po kayo. Ayan, so this time po, nakasama na po natin si Ma'am Annalisa, Ma'am Marilu Masunag. Yes, Ma'am Marilu. Maraming salamat po sa iyong oras at panahon sa amin. And of course, ngayon po ay magpapatuloy na po tayo sa pangalawang bahagi na naman po or pangalawang topic na ibibigay naman po sa atin ng ating trainer, facilitator mula sa Division ng Tagum City. Siya po ay magpapahayag sa atin o magbabahagi sa atin patungkol naman po sa School on Air for Remote Teaching and Learning Sample Script. Ayan. Ito na po yung sample script para sa School on Air. Ito nga po sa tinatawag nating RBI or Radio-Based Instruction. Of course, we have Ma'am Dali Jane B. Hamil. Ma'am Dali. Ayan. Umagang kaganda, Ma'am.
Hello. Good morning, Sir John. Thank you
yes
for
po,
that.
Loud and clear.
For the me. It was very thoughtful of you. Thank you. Good morning po, Sir John.
Apo, ma'am. So, Ma'am Dal, meron ka po bang nais na sabihin muna bago tayo tumungo sa iyong presentasyon sa pagbabahagi mo nga po ng topic natin about sa SOA for Remote Teaching and Learning. Okay po. Ma'am, go ahead po kung meron kayong nais sabihin.
Okay, Sir June, I just would like to say my courtesy, first and foremost, to our Regional Director, Dr. Evelyn R. Calvero, CLMD Chief, Dr. Janet G. Veloso, CLMDX, we have Dr. Manuel Balieno for English, and for Filipino, we have Dr. Mary Jane Harada. And to our regional EPS LRMS, Dr. Annalisa C. Almasan, and to all the co-core trainers and teacher participants, nasa YouTube and Facebook Live yan if na nanonood ngayon. Good morning. So we will now proceed now with my presentation. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ma'am Dali. Okay.
Once again, hello everyone. Before I will start my task, allow me to extend my greetings to our management teams from DepEd Davao Region Office, our development teams for SLMs, School of Radio Broadcasting scriptwriters, and radio broadcasting teams from the different divisions, to my co-core trainers and all participants present here. A pleasant morning to all of you. Last July 3, 2020, we attended this webinar entitled Transforming Self-Learning Modules into Scripts for RBI through School on the Air format via Zoom. So with our three resource speakers from CDC, Professor Trinalea T. Mendoza, Professor Benjamina Paula G. Flor, and Professor Mark Lester M. Chico. So earlier, Ma'am Marilu shared to us the topic of Professor Mendoza on the principles of radio broadcasting and the basic script format. And I guess some or almost all of you had watched already that 3-hour webinar. Kung ano yung natutunan namin ni Ma'am Marilo sa Zoom is equally the same lang po sa nakita ninyo via Facebook and YouTube Live. So our task for today is to refresh or reiterate yung naipakita naroon. So my topic is the same from the topic of Professor Benjamina Paula Flor last time in the webinar about SOA for remote learning and teaching. And even the content of the slides that I will show you later is original handouts of Professor Flor. So that we will have the same understanding about radio-based instructions or RBI. So allow me to share my screen for my PowerPoint presentation. For a while lang po. Okay, para hindi pa ready. So saglit lang po. Okay, so my first topic is a SOA, for School on the Air for Remote Teaching and Learning. And again, the contents here are the same from the handouts of Professor Benjamina Flor. So radio, as we all know, has existed over many decades, even until now. It is a common technology for communication. Common in the sense that maririnig natin ito sa mga sasakyan, and even sa mga kabahayan natin. So we are very familiar with this one. There are 3 functions of radio. Number 1 is to entertain, to inform, and the highest form is to educate. Now at this point, since radio-based instruction is one of the modalities of learning, it is quite a challenge to all of us on how to deliver the lessons using RBI na aside sa informative, ay dapat entertaining. So what is the School on the Air program? So according to Professor Benjamina Flor, as quoted by Professor Felix Librero, it is a specially designed radio program where subject matter is presented systematically in its progressive manner with the ultimate goal of achieving desired results under a teaching-learning situation. So same with our purpose in delivering our lessons to our learners inside the classroom. You know, sino ba naman ang gusto nagkakagulo-gulo ang pagtuturo ng aralin? So at this time, we are not in a conventional classroom setup. Instead, nasa himpapawid maririnig ang ating pagtuturo. So again, the mechanism of SOA is, of course, it must be systematic and progressive. And at the same time, the activities must be from simple to complex. So as quoted by Professor Felix Librero, Techniques employed are instructional, although broadcasts are not under classroom conditions. Students listen in their homes, by themselves, or in groups. Now, I'm going to reiterate to you the characteristics of SOA. So the first one is it has a set of clearly defined behavioral objectives. So like, what do we want to achieve? What do we want our students to be able to perform after graduating from the SOA? So our objectives in SOA is the same with our objectives in our usual lesson plans or lesson exemplars. So of course, it must be SMART, and we are very familiar with that term. SMART means specific, measurable, attainable or achievable, relevant, and time-based or time-bounded. Now, let us still refer to Benjamin Bloom's taxonomy in crafting our objectives from low-order thinking skills to higher-order thinking skills. Now, let us have an observation between these two objectives. So among these two, which has a better formulation of objectives? The first one, understand the principles of photosynthesis, or the second one, describe photosynthesis. So which one? Okay, so the second one. The word understand in the first statement ay hindi siya measurable. While yung describe sa second statement is marami tayong magagawa na activities dyan to assess the learners. Now, the second characteristic of SOA is it must be well planned. So ito yung magiging task, I think, na ng mga pool of scriptwriters na mahabol ang timeline for submission ng mga scripts before the opening of classes this coming August 24. Next, the third characteristic is composed of a single definite subject matter. So the resources of SOA scripts are the self-learning modules. Alam naman natin yan. So hindi na mahihirapan ang mga scriptwriters during sa pagka-craft nila ng kanilang mga scripts. They are guided with the parts of the modules na i-include nila sa kanilang gagawing scripts. And for sure, those SLMs are quality assured already. Dumaan ito sa mga mabusising evaluations, and it should be one lesson or competency of the script. Now, let's move on to the fourth characteristic. Subject matter is presented in a progressive manner. Topics should be systematic in successive order. So since radio ito, hindi na mauulit muli yung narinig ng bata. The flow of the scripts will start from simple to complex activities. Again, in the script, the mechanism must be systematic, choice of words, dapat simplihan lang, and there must be repetition of instructions dahil baka i-off na ng mga bata yung radyo dahil hindi na sila nakakasunod. So if that would be the case, hindi na na-achieve yung skill na dapat nilang matutunan. So sana naman hindi mangyayari yan. Now, for the last characteristic of SOA, is it is a cooperative project of the radio station and a cooperating agency. So ideally, to make the script be broadcasted on air, so of course, dapat meron tayong tinatawag na linkages, like local radio stations. Kasi kung wala, I think hindi magagamit yung script. Hindi iyon ma-deliver at makakarating lalo na sa mga remote areas na kung saan ang tanging access nila for instructions aside sa module is through radios. So dapat makipagtulungan sa mga local radio stations. And according sa webinar that we attended, dapat be particular sa frequency and time of airing, how many hours ito, and anong mga subjects. So before broadcasting the scripts, the clients, which are the learners, must be well informed ahead of time of airing and well prepared na sila kung anong oras at ilang oras silang dapat na makikinig at magstay sa radio, and what specific subjects and title of modules they must be using. So here is this SOA mechanics, still from the handouts of Professor Benjamin Paula Flor. And there are 3 phases for RBI to undergo. So number 1, we have the pre-broadcast activities. Second, the broadcast proper activities. The third and the last one is post-broadcast activities. Now, we will start with the pre-broadcast activities. So number 1, we have there preparation of course syllabus. So these are, of course, the prepared self-learning modules. So number 2, we have the enrollment campaign. So information drive lang po ito to inform that there are radio instruction alternatives, especially to those learners who are in the remote areas. Next, the third one, we have the pre-broadcast examination. I think DepEd, specifically the management teams, has the final say on how to conduct this one. Next is the writing of radio scripts. It is the very important element of this timeline or phase. According to Professor Flor, it is not ideal to write scripts 2 hours or an hour before the production. It needs practice before airing. And then the last one, we have recording of lessons or lectures for dry run or practice before the final production of the scripts. Now, let us move on to the broadcast proper activities, or the second phase. So number 1 there is the orientation broadcast. So specifically on the first day of airing, learners must be oriented on what they are expected to do, what are the materials they are going to use, and how they are going to use the modules while listening. So that's it. Now, number 2 is motivating students. Now, so it's a challenge for the script writers kung paano nila laruin ang mga choice of words nila to make their script more engaging sa mga bata the time na gagamitin ng script for broadcasting. And then third one, we have the in-broadcast test. So in the script, test part must be included. So the radio host or the radio teachers must instruct the pupils during the quiz, but still the words they are going to utter are written in the script. Kasi nga, meron lang time allotted for every episodes. Next is, the last one is the monitoring students' progress. So how is it done? So maybe in the second episode of airing na ito mangyayari after the result of assessments sa first airing. Okay, now let's proceed to the last phase, which is the broadcast proper, the post-broadcast activities, sorry for that. Okay, so this is the last phase, the post-broadcast activities. Now, number 1 there is the general course review. So I think ito na, or dito na papasok ulit yung mga listahan ng mga competencies sa yung tinatawag natin most essential learning competencies. Kakaroon ng general course review. And then we'll have the post-broadcast examination, and the third one, graduation. Again, on how to conduct these two, the final say nito is from the management team of DepEd. Next is the conduct of follow-up activities and evaluation of the SOA program. So this will happen after gathering the feedbacks from the listeners if there are some things to be improved or issues that need to be addressed. Now, let's go to the sample format for a 30-minute lesson, or 30-minute lesson radio-based instruction using the SOA format. So it's only 30 minutes per lessons, since I think wala na yatang makikinig kung masyadong mahaba na ang airing o broadcasting. So after crafting the script, much better kung i-practice ito with timer to make it sure na hindi lalampas masyado sa 30 minutes. Okay, so according to Professor Flor, much better just include in the script what is need to be known. What learning competencies should the learners take? So makikita natin dyan yung list. Number 1 is the program opening or the intro. So, kung pwede, 1 minute. And for this part, kailangan engaging siya sa script pa lang. So, dito, pwede yung mga songs, pwede yung, I think, may mga station ID ba yun, tinatawag? And then, dito din, for example, yung approach ninyo ng yung script is a dialogue approach. So, pwede yung dalawang co-host is magkakasagutan sila or meron silang paliwaan ng kanilang lines para parang interactive and engaging ang dating ng kanyang script for broadcasting. Then we have the feedback portion, 5 minutes only. And then the review of previous lesson, 5 minutes. And of course, para hindi naman monotonous yung script, then kailangan meron din tayong musical break. So 2 to 3 minutes. And in here, ang pinaka-heart ng script, which is the lecture for the day. So binibigyan lamang yan ng 10 minutes. Then after the lecture is the brief review of the day's lesson, only for 3 minutes. Then after that one, after the recap, announcement, and reminders for 2 minutes. And then the last part is the closing or the extra, which is only 1 minute. So for this part, the same with the intro. So it must also be engaging sa script pa lang. So pwede yung outro song, i-insert doon yung isang outro song. And then yung co-host ba is pagpapalitan naman sila ng mga lines to make it more engaging. So next, for the feedback mechanism, still from the handouts of Professor Flor, because like what I have said earlier is nag-reiterate lang ako ng mga na-discuss from the webinar that we attended. And okay, some examples of feedback mechanism is letters, yung mga suggestion box, doon yata nila ilalagay, and then feedback forms. And I think station visits must not be observed muna kasi parang at this time during our pandemic time, parang hindi pa pwede na magkakaroon ng station visits. And then we have part 1, the material incentives, and pwede nilang ipadala through text. So SMS, pwede nila yung ipadala. Okay, next is we will have a review from the sample script with SOA format from the handouts naman of Professor Mark Lester Chico. So during the webinar that we attended, Professor Chico showed to us the module of grade 7 as his source in drafting this sample SOA script. But as I was navigating their Facebook page, hindi ko nakita roon ang file ng module ng PDF format para ma-print out ko or maipakita ko ulit sa inyo paano transform ang module into radio-based instruction using the SOA format. So much better, after this webinar, feel free to watch again the video posted in CDC DepEd School on the AIR Facebook page. So from time to time kasi may update sila on how to craft the script. Okay. So yung sample script na ipapakita ko is a sample yon ni Professor Chico. So ito yung i-visit ninyo na Facebook page. So meron doon mga handouts and videos that would be of great help in crafting your script. CDC DepEd School on the air. So I will stop sharing now because I will show you another file. Okay, this one, sample of a SOA script. So I know all the script writers are familiar with this script sample. Para nabigyan na kayo nito ng copy. So from the module, usually, ang mai-include na part in the script discussion part, like for example, in the Filipino modules, is the suriin part. I think ito yung pinaka-heart ng module kasi dito mababasa ng mga bata yung konseptong dapat nilang matutunan. Ideally, dapat kasama talaga ito sa script, yung sa suriin part. So, ang sample script na ito ni Professor Chico is you approach. Kasi kung mababasa natin mamaya yung flow ng script, is talagang parang nakikipag-usap lang siya sa mga estudyante niya, sa mga listeners niya. And so, this script, like what Ma'am Marilo presented earlier, maraming approaches ang pag-craft ng script. So, pwede talaga itong i-modify. So, sample lang po ito. So, makikita natin dito, first page ito ng sample script. So, here, dapat naka-reflect yung title, topic, the format, which is full on the air, the length, pinabanggit kanina, dapat 30 minutes lang, the name of the script writers, and the objectives. Na-discuss na rin yan kanina. Okay, so ito yung parang output na na-discuss ni Ma'am Marilo. Okay, so nakikita natin dito yung na-discuss ni Ma'am Marilo kanina na dapat yung script mayroong line numbering. So the purpose of line numbering is para lamang po during editing, madali siyang makita kung saan part na ang dapat i-edit, i-enhance. And then, nag-start yung script with a program ID. So, parang intro, parang engaging na siya. So, on how to reflect that one, kailangan naka-caps lock yan lahat and naka-underline. Basically, yung script, yung margin niya sa left side is 1 inch. Then kung mapapansin niyo yung spacing ng mga words, double space siya. So here, meron dito mga clues kung kailan ipapasok o i-bed yung mga music. So dito makikita natin yung paano siya isulat. So music up and under. So makikita natin dito yung radio host. So yung host dito is siya yung isa. So meaning you approach ang gamit dito, hindi siya dialogue approach. So dito nagpapakilala, kinukondisyon ng radio host na talagang alive and kicking yung mga listeners. And then dito, papakilala siya ng kanyang sarili. And then, nandito pa rin yung presence ng music, up and under, naka-underline, all caps lock. And then dito, yan, kinukondisyon ng host ng kanyang mga listeners, kung okay ba sila, komportable ba sila sa kanilang mga kinalalagyan ngayon. So, included yun sa script. So, yung dito napapansin niyo na iiba yung mukha niya, bakit naka-caps lock siya. So, for ano lang ito, clues na ginawa ng scriptwriter para yung mga broadcaster na nagagamit dito is alam nila kung kailan yung pacing ng kanilang boses, kailan sila mag-stop. So, ito yung pause, meaning hindi nila babasahin yan on air. Instead, act out lang nila inside the radio station. And then again, here is the presence again of the music. And then dito, yes, so start yung host, ipapakilala yung kanilang new lesson. And then, makikita nyo sa baba, meron tayong board, diba, na nakikita. So, meaning to say, meron kayong mga succeeding pages for the broadcaster na guided siya. So now, here, kung napapansin nyo yung cutting ng script nila, yung pag-cut nila ng script, o yung words or lines, hindi siya putol. For example, kung itong sige, tapos itong kunin nyo na ang inyong mga handout, nasa kabilang page na siya, baka po maiba yung tono ng pagbasa niya ng broadcaster. So meaning to say, kailangan sa pag-set up ninyo ng inyong mga lines, dapat buo yung tone. So let's continue. So yan, page 1 yun. So dito, page 2. So, paano natin na-indicate na page 2 ito? So, nakikita niyo sa left, right, top. Ayan. Meron tayong mababasa mga pahayag. So, saan galing yan? So, galing yan sa topic. So, instead na yan lahat ang isulat o i-reflect, kuha lang tayo ng mga 3 or 4 first 4 words ng title or ng topic, and then i-copy-paste natin yan, lagay natin dito sa taas. Para alam ng broadcaster na yung ginahawakan yung script is the same lesson yon. And then, separated by asterisk, and dito naman yung paging. So, instead na number 2, 1, 2 lang ang ilagay, or i-type, dapat repetition siya hanggang 3. So, instead of page 2, 2, 2. Yan. Now, dito, ina-assume ng part na ito ng host na magkakaroon siya ng previous lesson. So, for example, second airing na ito, or second broadcasting, yung i-review ng host, yung ano yung nangyari doon sa first airing or first lesson. And then, makikita nyo, mapapansin ninyo, nandiyan pa rin yung presence ng music, up and under the bed yan. And then, yung host, ayan, continue pa rin siya sa kanyang, magbasa niyo naman dyan, no? Continue pa rin siya sa kanyang deliver ng review ng quiz, a previous quiz. Ayan. So, meron dito naka-caps lock, meaning, hindi ito babasahin. Instead, may gagawin ang host dito. So, nandun pa rin yung more, meaning to say, may page 3 pa. So, before yung host, i-introduce niya yung day's lesson, is kung pwede, mas maganda meron tayong i-insert yung mga vlogs, and music, para hindi naman monotonous yung dating ng script. And dito, talagang alive and creative pakinggan yung host dito, kasi kinocondition niya yung listeners niya. So, hindi ko na siya babasahin kasi parang matatagalan yung session ko. So, I think may copy din naman tayo nito, so pwede nyo itong i-review. And then, makikita nyo pa rin yung presence ng music up and under, naka-caps lock and naka-underline. And this time, ini-introduce na yung host, yung radio teacher, na siyang mag-discuss ng lesson. But before magsasalita sa radio teacher, meron mo ng music, insert lesson ID, and then dito sa script, meron namang more. Meaning to say, meron pang page 4. Yan. So, radio teacher na, ang nagsasalita dito, ipapakilala na yung sarili. So, dito, yung mga lines dito, pwede po talaga natin itong i-modify. Hindi talaga necessary na ito na talaga yung script na gagamitin natin. Pwede natin i-modify depende po sa approach na gagamitin natin. Dialogue approach ba? Yun. Okay, so si radio teacher, so hindi ko na babasahin dito lahat-lahat kasi masyadong mahaba siya. So run through lang tayo. So dito, si radio teacher, before siya nagsisimula ng kanyang discussion, sinaalaw niya yung mga listeners niya, i-prepare yung mga materials na gagamitin. So siya, nabi niya, kung yung notebook, recorded, nagsisimula ng tayo, stuff like that. And then, dito, so papansinin natin ito ha, si radio teacher dito, in-introduce niya yung day's lesson. Sabi niya dito, ang ating tatalakayin ay mga pahayag sa pagbibigay ng mga patunay. Alam niyo, upang mapatunayan ang katotohanan sa mga pahayag, kailangan suportado ito ng ebidensya at datos. Uulitin ko, ang mga pahayag ay nagtataglay ng katotohanan kung ito ay may sapat na ebidensya at datos. So napapansin ninyo, mayroon tayo tinatawag na repetition of instructions na discuss kanina ni Ma'am Marilu. So dito, yung pag-cut ng kanyang idea o ng thought is complete talaga. Hindi siya yung pang-hanging. And then, meron pa rin yung presence ng more. So meaning, may page 5 pa. So same, the radio teacher, nag-start na siya nag-explain ng kanyang lesson. And I remember, na yung line ni teacher dito is, galing ito sa mga naisulat sa module. But this time, si radio teacher dito is, may in-enhance lang siya to make yung script na parang nakikipag-usap talaga siya sa mga bata. So yun po, ang kaibahan, kung paano i-transform yung words from module to radio teacher, may enhance na to make it engaging. And then po, andyan yung music up and under. Ayan, nag-i-explain pa rin si teacher. And then, along sa explanation and discussion niya, is meron na music up and under, parang hindi naman masyadong boring yung pag-units class. So, more, meaning to say, meron pang pages, meron pang mga activities. And then dito, still explaining pa rin si teacher. So, napapansin niyo, may presence ng pause, meaning to say, magpo-pause si radio teacher dyan. Hindi niyo babasahin yan, no? Of course. And then, dito, the lesson continues and explaining each of the 7 times. Hindi ko na siya babasahin kasi more discussions na ito. Then another more, meaning to say page 7 na tayo. And then dito, still, explaining pa rin si radio teacher. And then dito, parang nagpapaalam na si teacher, end of discussion na yun. Tatapos na yung 10 minutes discussion. And then dito, bibigay siya ng announcement na si radio host ay magkakaroon ng recap. Para naman, kasi nga yung radio is isahan na talaga, hindi na yung nagbabalik. So, kailangan magkakaroon ng recap para ma-refresh pa rin yung bata. Diba kaya yung iba, hindi na kasunod. And then before naman si host magsasalita, kailangan parang meron siyang cutting naman yung sino ba ito yung susunod na magsasalita. So, kailangan may insert tayo ng mga crossfade with them. Yan, si teacher, si radio host dito is parang nag-re-review na siya sa mga na-discuss ni radio teacher. So, dito may more. So, meaning page 8, meron pa. Yan, so si radio host dito is start na siya ng kanyang recap. Okay, so recap. So along the recap, makikita natin yung presence nito, yung music up and under. So like what I have said earlier, para lang hindi monotonous, kita nyo yung script. Pag i-broadcast na ito, of course. And then yan, nag-recap pa rin ito, the presence of more, meaning to say yung broadcaster, may page 9 pa. Then, still in the quiz activity. Okay, mas to-start na pala yung quiz activity. So dito, before naman mag-take ng quiz yung mga bata, kino-condition ng host na dapat well-prepared sila. Kailangan ready yung quiz form, yung mga answering sheet pa, yung pen nila, your paper. Dito, parang gina-guide na yung mga bata na select yung name, yung section nila, at yung section ng araw. And then, ayan, so napaka-engaging, di ba? And yan, tama yan. So may mga ganyan. And then, meron naman ulit ito. Ayan, nagsastart na si radio host ng kanyang quiz. Then, merong more. Meaning to say, hindi pa tapos yung quiz. Ayan. So, pwede po tayo mag-insert ng mga stinger para parang iba ang dating sa mga bata. And then, okay. So, dito, nagtatapos yung quiz ng radio teacher. Ayan. So, before naman niya tinapos ng kanyang quiz, nagkaroon muna siya ng announcement, instruction kung paano ba isubmit ng mga bata, ang kanilang mga quiz forms, ang kanilang mga papel. So, before mag-end yun, after mag-end yun, ganyan na naman ito, insert flag, play song. And then more, meaning to say, hindi pa tapos yung script. Ayan, page 11, page 11, page 11. Ayan. So, yung host dito, yung nature ng script niya dito is, tapos na talaga yung discussion. So, dito, parang, ina-assume na second airing na ito, yung mga feedbacks na natatanggap nila, dito na nila babasahin. And then, dito naman yung host will provide answer to questions na kanilang natanggap. Magbabasa din sila ng mga ratings, mga ganyan po. And will provide some reactions regarding sa mga feedbacks na kanilang natanggap. And then dito, patapos na talaga yung script kasi tingnan natin dito, yung line ng host is paano papaalam na talaga siya. Okay, so before niya ginawa yun is pinag-condition niya ulit na yung mga listeners. And then, again, so yung host dito, nagkaroon siya ng mga further announcement pa. So may more pa, so meaning meron pang other activities. At this time, ayan, makikita ninyo na patapos na talaga yung script. And then dito, yung radio host is, in-introduce nyo dito yung next na episode or next lesson na aabangan dapat ng mga listeners. So, dapat ito yung radio host, na-announce na niya kung kailan na naman i-air yung next episode, what time, ano dapat yung mga materials na i-prepare ng mga bata, yung mga modules, ano yung dapat title, para for the next episode or for the next airing is ready na yung mga listeners. And then, the outro, so, the music up, and then, yung outro na nabanggit ko kanina, same with the intro, kailangan pwede siyang sa songs, pwede siyang kung for example, yung approach is dialogue approach, yung dalawang host, radio host, is mag-usap-usap na sila because sila magpapaalam para naman lively dating na script kahit patapos na yung lines. So napapansin nyo, dapat kung tapos na yung script ninyo, lagyan nyo ng end. Yung purpose nito is soon for the broadcaster of a on-air na yung script, alam na niya na end na. Doon na lang yung kanyang airing. So, ayun lamang po yung aking part. Nare-refresh ko lang po kayo yung sample SOA script ni Professor Chico. And again, please do visit Facebook page ng CDC DepEd School on the Air. Kasi marami po talaga silang mga handouts na na-drop doon. And so, thank you for listening. And God bless us all in our different endeavors. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much, Ma'am Dali. Of course, inimbitahan natin muli on screen si Ma'am Jolly Jane Bihamil. Ma'am Dali. Ma'am Dali. Ayan. Hello po, Ma'am Dali.
Good morning.
Ayan.
Narinig po ako, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Loud and clear po. Okay po. Ma'am, may nais ka po ba bang idagdag doon sa iyong nabanggit? Napaka-komprehensibo po ng inyong pagbabahagi, ng inyong natutunan po sa ating mga speakers nung pagsasanay nga po natin. Kasama po ang mga experts ng UP Los Baños sa CDC po ba yun? Tama ako, ma'am?
Yes po. Yes po, sir. Yes po, sir.
Sila yung ating tagapanguna.
po.
Sila yung tagapanguna natin sa RBI, no? Okay. Go ahead po, ma'am.
Bali, yung nangyari po doon sa first webinar namin national is one day lang po yun. So, yung mga na-present namin is parang reiterated lang yun. Nire-echo lang namin para ma-refresh din yung mga scriptwriters natin. And actually, I would like also to share na this week lang, or last Thursday lang pala, is yung Tagum City is we had also started our local dry run ng pre-broadcasting in our division. And I am glad to say that, yes po, sir. And I'm glad to say that it was done successfully with the help also of our EPS, Sir Darwin Suyat and Dr. Christy Agadera, with our CID chief, Ma'am Maria Fisibuan. And one particular barangay in Tagum City na siyang naging receiver ng aming RBI dry run, and they also gave us some nice feedbacks. Thank you po sa barangay na iyon. And nagbigay lang po sila ng mga little concerns. Like for example, yung pag-associate ng mga music cues, yung up and down. And then when magsasalita na yung host, yung radio host, and then yung radio teacher, dapat ay suwabe. So, parang gano'n po. Yes, po. Hindi siya parang magulo tingnan. So, yun lang yung feedback nila sa amin. But otherwise, maganda po yung nagiging result po ng aming dry run. And our clients, kung tawagin sila, they were satisfied with how it was being conducted. So, thank you po sa barangay na ito.
Ayan, thank you so much. Yes, Ma'am Dali, thank you so much po sa pagbabahagi nyo ng karanasan po ninyo sa inyong dry run. At sana po ay...
Actually, sir, I'm sorry po. Sorry po.
Go ahead po, ma'am.
Limited lang po yung mga natutunan din namin doon kasi for one day lang po yan. But kaya nga lang sinabi ko kanina, pwede silang visit ulit doon sa Facebook page ng CDC kasi nga from time to time, bibigyan sila ng mga updates on how to craft the script. So, nakakatulong po talaga sila ng mga sobra.
Opo, ang dami kasi lang mga updates din doon. Actually, I'm a part of that page, no? At saka kayo din, kasama din namin. Of course, ang lahat po ng ating mga, ngayon, ang ating mga participants din na identified nga po ng ating mga divisions ay kasama din po doon sa Facebook page ng UP Los Baños CDC. Okay, thank you so much po, Ma'am Dali. At ma'am, huwag yun na po akong iwan ngayon dahil makakasama naman natin ngayon. Of course, ibalik natin sa screen si Ma'am Malu. And of course, kasama na natin si Ma'am Annaliza. Baka po merong mga ilang katanungan. Ayan. Hello po, Mami.
Hi, hello. Thank you so much to Ma'am Dali and Ma'am Marilu. Yeah, we're very glad. Thank you so much for giving us very comprehensive parang reorientation of what's the basic of the script writing using the School on the Air. Thank you so much, Ma'am Malu and Ma'am Dali, and congratulations. Okay?
Yan.
So, ano ba yung mga questions natin dyan?
Okay, ma'am. If we have questions, Ma'am Dali and Ma'am Malu, meron na po ba kayong nakikita dyan sa mga links? Meron ba kayong link ng ating Padlet? Na-access nyo na po ba yun?
May nakita ako dito, may nagtatanong kung pwede ba daw sila mag-give ng PowerPoint presentation.
Ayan.
Yeah, pwede naman, ibigay natin yan po. Pwede yan na maibigay sa inyo, yung mga PowerPoint presentation. And, di ba sabi din kanina ng ating two trainers na you can also get a copy of those materials from the FB page. Tama ba ako, Ma'am Dali and Ma'am Marilu? That they can get a copy of that? Yan. So, can you say it again? Ano yung link na dapat nilang puntahan or anong page yun para ma-remind sila?
Once again po, Facebook page ng CDC, CDC DepEd School on the Air. Ito na po kasi, CDC DepEd School on the Air.
Okay. May Sir Jun, may nag-ano din dito, if we can give them sample script. Diba mayroon tayong sample script? Pwede ba natin maibigay sa kanila yung sample script natin?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so ibigay din natin.
Siguro ang ating mga ang ating mga ibibigay na material sa kanila, idadaan na lang po natin sa ating mga focals at nang mabigyan din po yung ating mga participants na kasama natin ngayon. Tama po ba, Ma'am A?
Yeah, oo. Then, to the identified scriptwriters ng grade 3. Grade 3 muna tayo na self-learning modules. We will email to them. The management teams will email the different files needed para din as their references. So, makakuha din yung mga identified scriptwriters natin. Lahat ng materials na pinipresent ngayon at all other things na needed pa nila.
Opo. Ayan. So, sa lahat natin mga teacher participants, ating mga scriptwriters sa RBI, so napakagandang news po yun sa atin dahil talagang supplied po tayo ng kinakailangan nating mga materials. Ganon din po, ito nga, ina-upskill tayo muli o gina-reiterated po nila muli ang lahat ng natutunan nila sa pagsasanay with the experts from UPLB. Okay, so may ilan pa bang mga katanungan dyan, Ma'am?
May isang question dito. Yeah, I would like to address this to our two trainers na in the dramatic or dialogue approach, is there a limit as to the number of characters in the script? Meron ba? And can you recommend some tactics which we can use in this approach? Then, thanks. So, ano yung masagot natin dyan, Ma'am Marilu and Ma'am Dali? May limit ba ng number sa dramatic, yung approach sa dramatic dialogue or yung dialogue? Meron bang limit doon ng character?
Wala lang limit sa character, ma'am. As long as ma-discuss lang po doon kung ano yung main theme ng lesson.
Okay. Sige. So, klaro po, walang limit ng character. Then, yung some topics po, I guess, makikita na nila sa i-assign na module sa kanila. Tama po ba? So, sabihin natin yung, di ba, kanina po ine-emphasize ng ating mga trainers na our scriptwriters will be guided with the modules. Kasi bigyan kayo ng mga modules. So, doon na lang, kumbaga, the dialogue or the content already of the script is already in the module. So, ang gagawin na lang nila is to transform that module into a script for the radio. Parang ganun. Using the basic of script writing.
Yes po, ma'am. Tapos hindi po lahat ng nasa module ay kailangang makasulat o nakasulat po doon sa script. So, limited lang po yung time for radio. So, merong mga specific kung ano po yung mga mas importante, basic instructions na dapat na ibigay, yun lang po. Kasi limited, 30 minutes only po yung sa radio broadcast.
Yes, mas pinaiksi yun pero hindi po nawawala yung content.
Opo.
Medyo doon lang
Yes.
po tayo na inaayos lamang po natin yung ating mga scripts na mas komprehensibo, mas maiksi kasi nga po we have to consider the airtime. Kasi hindi naman po laging dapat nakikinig lang yung ating mga kabataan doon sa radio-based instruction na ginagawa nga natin because they also have to do some other things pa, lalong-lalo na marami silang subjects na i-cater din. So, advice nga po sa atin ng UPLB that it should be only 30 minutes or less. Basta as long as the content will not be sacrificed, yun po ang kanilang na-discuss sa atin. And of course, Ma'am Annaliza, Ma'am Dali, and Ma'am Marilu, pa-flash natin sa screen para po talaga makita nila kung saan yung Facebook page ng ating CDC ng UPLB. Paki-flash po sa screen controller. Ayan. Yan yung papasukan or hahanapin nyo lamang po yan sa facebook.com. Of course, that is actually a group page na nandyan po ang ating mga materials na ina-upload din at ina-update ng ating UPLB CDC. Yan po, CDC DepEd School on the Air or the SOA. Tinatawag. Hindi po yung statement of account, ha? So, yan po.
So, yes. School and care. That's school and
Yes. Oo. Thank you so much, Controller, for displaying that one. Okay, so Ma'am Annalisa, Ma'am Dali, once again, Ma'am Marilu, salamat po sa inyong mga panahon. So pagkakataong ito ay bibigyan na natin ng pagkakataon si Ma'am A para po sa wrap-up at saka pagbibigay din po ng mga ilan pang detalye para po sa ating RBI na mga teams natin na kasama natin sa webinar na ito. Go ahead, Ma'am A.
Okay, hello once again. Good morning, everyone. This is our mechanics of this activity, the conversion of the self-learning modules into radio-based lessons. So, gagawa na tayo ng script. So, unang-una po na tatrabahuin natin is yung script. So, I will show you our deliverables. Ayan. Ay, sorry. Hindi pa pala ako Yeah, ayan. Mag-show ako ng screen, Sir June.
Go ahead, ma'am.
Ayan. So, this will be our, yan, okay? So, I hope klaro po ninyo, makita ninyo, this is our timelines and our deliverables for the radio-based lesson script writing. So, today, August 1, we had our training workshop. Then, of course, this is managed by the management teams, the core trainers. We're very happy that Ma'am Marilu and Ma'am Dali are really brilliant in presenting their part and in helping us refresh about the mechanics of script writing. Then we have the identified script writers. So I believe that through the coordination of EPS Manuel Vallejo and EPS Meridian Mohorada, na-identify na natin kung sino yung mga script writers from the school's division offices. So, please take note po that we identified, parang humihingi sila ng 8 Filipino scriptwriters and 8 naman for English scriptwriters. From the 8, meaning to say, in one SDO, we have 16. So, then divided by 2 language, so we have English and Filipino. So, from the 8 po, we are going to divide them into, we divide them into 2 because 4 Filipino scriptwriters will be assigned for radio-based and 4 Filipino scriptwriters will be assigned to TV production, yung scriptwriting ng TV. The same with the English group. So yung 4 sa inyo will be assigned for radio and the other 4 will be assigned for TV. So yun po ang assignment natin. So we would like to get important details from our script writers. So that is why we need to get your email address. Please take note yung complete na email yung tama po na email address, at saka yung phone number. Because this, we really need the email ad so that we can give you the materials. Because our communication will be through the email. The management teams will email all the materials to you. Then, aside from the email, ipa-prompt kayo sa inyong mobile phone. So, ite-text kayo or tawagan kayo ng management teams to inform you of the proceedings. So, again, please, yung sa attendance link natin, andun yun, please identify kung ano kayo, for the radio ba kayo or for the TV. But of course, the TV broad natin ng mga scriptwriters will be trained by August 10 pa and 12. So, again, we need your data sa email ninyo na correct at saka yung sa mobile number. Then, same thing, we hope to release the materials today. So, again, kapag hindi, I would like to request the assistance of EPS Mejorada and EPS Vallejo to finalize the official list of scriptwriters for Filipino and the official list of scriptwriters for English. With the, yung mayroong replacement kasi na nangyari. So, ipa-finalize na po natin today so that at starting tonight, makarelease na tayo ng materials. And this will be managed by our management teams. So, ulitin ko, our management teams, there are 3. So, you will be divided into teams. So, Team A, that would be managed by the LRMS of Davao Oriental. Ma'am Susan in the lead as LR manager. And then Team B will be managed by Davao de Oro. Ma'am Arlene Lim as the team LR manager, team leader. And for Team C, that will be managed by Davao Occidental. Sir Ernie Agsauyo as LR manager, taking the lead. So, mamaya, ano yung mga division offices na na-involve sa Team A? Ulitin natin, for Team A, nandun ang Tagum City, the whole of Tagum City, both English and Filipino, Davao Oriental, Panabo City, and two scriptwriters from Mati City. Mati City will be distributed to the different teams. Bakit po? Because we are going to later sabihin ko bakit na-distribute si Mati. Unahin ko muna yung assignment natin as to the SDOs. For Team B, our scriptwriters from Davao del Sur, from Davao de Oro, Davao City, and again, 2 from Mati City. For Team C, we have Davao Occidental, Panabo City, 2 from Mati City, then Davao City, and 2 from Mati City. So, yung Davao City, hatiin din natin. Bakit may mga hati-hati? Because these are the learning areas na gawa natin ng script. By the way, if you notice, yung self-learning modules natin ay grade 3. Only English and Science use English language. And the rest of the self-learning modules, use the Filipino language. So, ang mangyari po, we are not going to limit the assignment as to your major language, but we will be referring the assignment as to your skill sa paggawa ng script, no matter what language yung forte ninyo. Yung skill ninyo sa paggawa ng script ang basis natin. So we will distribute the English scriptwriters also partnering with the Filipino scriptwriters in doing the script. So meaning to say, we will be working as a team or as pair because of our number. Because if you notice, there are only 37 modules to be converted into radio script. And we have almost 80, kasi 40 ang Filipino, 40 ang English. So there are 80 scriptwriters. So to fast track our activity, then we are going to have teamwork or by pair yung giving of assignment. So going back to our timelines and deliverables. So August 2 to 4, that would be 3 days, 2, 3, and 4. Yeah, 3 days. That would be what we call the development of scripts. So meaning to say, this is your writing phase na ito ng script ninyo. Okay, of course, involved here yung identified script writers. So 3 days lang ang binigay natin kasi we really need to finish on August 12. Kailangan talaga, or August 10 yung target natin to finish. So we are really requesting you to, yeah, of course, to really do it quick, yung parang prompt respond to this call. Pasensya na po, pero di ba sabi natin po, medyo nagipit talaga tayo sa time because yung mga self-learning modules natin ay na-evaluate pa kasi sa central office, so medyo natagal din ang pagbaba as ready to please na sila ng mga modules. So, pasensya na po sa napaka-tight na schedule natin. So, on August 5, we are expecting that you can submit your scripts to your management teams. So, August 5 na yon. Then, August 5 to 6, yung ganun lang ang time, quality assurance. As to the content of the module kasi, diba, our modules are already evaluated. Vetted na sila with the curriculum experts. So, no need for us to evaluate the content of the modules or, yeah, the content. Yung i-evaluate na lang natin is yung language, yung parang mag-language review lang tayo of your script. Yun lang po ang gagawin natin. At saka yung appropriateness of the style that you use sa script natin. So medyo hindi na masyadong mahirap na evaluation kasi as to the content, pasok na kasi yung content already evaluated. So August 7 and 8, kapag may mga findings pa tayo during sa language review of the script, so we will give 1 day or 2 days to do the revision of the script. Then August 9 to 10, that would be conformance review na, meaning to say, we will try to find out if compliant ba tayo sa lahat ng recommendations, sa lahat ng standards ng LR. So after which, magkaroon na tayo ng finalization, and we hope that from August 1 to 12, we can hit our target that we can finish all our scripts on August 12. Na na talaga siya, clear copy, or yung sabi natin, ready to use na script. Okay? So I hope we are one in this target. So we can make it, we can do it if we will be working as one. Yan. So next thing is, ito yung mga subjects na kailangan nating saan ba yun? Ayan. So, I will show you also yung mga learning areas na kailangan nating tingnan. For your information. As you see on the screen, these are the learning areas na gawa natin ng script. So, meaning to say, Team A will be working for Filipino 3. Kasi nga, yung development team natin, yung sumusulat ng mga modules ng Filipino, quarter 1, ay Tagum City. Then, English po, quarter 1 also, ang sumulat dito ay Davao Oriental. Then, music, quarter 1, ginawa ito ng Panabo City. So, as you see, dito sila na belong sa isang team. Then, Araling Panlipunan, ginawa ito ng Davao del Sur. PE ng Davao City, then ESP, PE pala, Davao City. Okay. Science pala yung isa, ng Team B, that's from Davao de Oro. Then, for Team C, they will be working the ESP, na ginawa naman talaga ng Davao Occidental, Arts ng Panabo, then Health ng Davao City. As you see, kulang ito ng dalawang learning areas. Wala itong mathematics at wala ding mother tongue because mother tongue and mathematics are not for radio-based lessons. So, dun lang sila sa TV-based na lessons. So, hindi sila pang radio ang MTV and mathematics. So, that is why the scriptwriters will be working with these 9 learning areas only. So, kaya hinati natin. Kasi si Mati City originally, sila yung development team ng mathematics. At saka meron pa palang, so we need to, meron tayong IGA-POS for our mother tongue. So, medyo na tayo yan. Okay. We have to refix this one to to rearrange our assignment because we need also to distribute the Island Garden City of Samal na mga script writers. Ayan. So, Mati City together with the Island Garden City of Samal script writers. Ayan. So, that would be your assignment, but the official communication about your assigned module will be done. Hopefully, we can have that one starting tonight or starting after this. Pero if fix after ma-fix natin ang official list of our script writers both in Filipino and English. Yung official na talaga no, wala ng changes, tapos complete na din ang details na mayroon ng email address at saka phone number. Kasi hindi namin maibigay ang material pag kulang yung details. So, again, we will bank on the realization of those lists kay sa Filipino, ROETS natin, Mami Horada and Sir Manny Vallejo for English. Okay? So, to the script writers, since you are making an LR, diba? This is now the script would become a learning resource. So that is why may parang may agreement kayo na dapat i-fill out. So yung tinawag natin na assignment agreement. So as you see in the screen, ito yung assignment agreement natin. Ayan. So bawat isa sa inyo, you will receive this one sa email. Mayroon tayong tinawag na radio-based lesson script writing assignment agreement. So meaning to say, parang this is an agreement that you gave your right to the Department of Education na gamitin yung yung material na ginawa ninyo. Diba? The script is an LR already. So you will be giving right to the Department of Education to utilize this material. Okay, I will tell you po na yung product ninyo, yung script na magawa ninyo, will not only be utilized in our region, but this script will be utilized in the whole Philippines. Kasi by assignment na ito na grade level. Kaya nga, we are working sa grade 3 kasi grade 3 yung naka-assign sa atin na self-learning modules. So, and again, this is not only for quarter 1, this will be until quarter 4. So by next month, we will be working quarter 2, on the other month, quarter 3, and then quarter 4. That hopefully before end of this year, matapos natin ang lahat ng scripts to all the quarters. So again, to our script writers, yung work ninyo ay gagamitin sa entire Philippines all throughout the school year 2020-2021. Ayan. Okay? So, mag-fill out po kayo nito. So, this will be given to you by the management team through email. Kasabay na sa module na inyong gawa ng script. So, ayan po. Those are the important things na dapat nating tandaan as we are going to make our script. So, mayroon tayong deliverables, may timetable tayo. We have this assignment agreement, and then we have our assignment. So, yung request ninyo that you would like to ask materials, so we will provide that one po. I-provide natin yan through email. So, lahat ng materials na meron tayo for you to be used as references, so we will give that one through email. Yan. So, we would like also to appreciate and recognize the leadership of the education program supervisors in the SDOs, yung tinawag natin na mga campus journalism focal persons, yung sa Filipino and English. Maraming salamat po sa inyo, and then we are also needing your help in terms of the technical assistance. So, kasi as we are going to finalize the script, so, we will be requesting your expertise on that field ng paggawa ng script. Okay? And then pag-evaluate ng script. So, needed po namin yung technical assistance ninyo. So, thank you so much sa inyo, ma'am and sir, mga EPS ng English and Filipino who are handling campus journalism. Thank you. Okay? So, I'm done with the wrap-up, Sir June. So, most likely, yun ang total package natin na gagawin. So meaning to say from the development phase, tapos i-QA natin, tapos i-revise, and then i-finalize natin ang script. Then to help us manage that one, so mayroon tayong management teams assigned per team para mas para magkaroon tayo ng small group para easy lang yung retrieval ng materials, release of the materials, and yung total po, easy yung package and easy for us to target. Ma-fast track talaga ang mga gawain. Diba? So, management. So, pagtulong-tulong ito, diba? This kanang nagtutulungan na dito, bayanihan na ito ng mga learning resource management section ng bawat SDOs at the same time, yung mga curriculum, mga EPS ng English and Filipino so that we can come up with materials sa script na maisubmit din natin sa central office. Ayan. Thank you so much. Thank you, Really.
Thank you, Ma'am A. Thank you so much for the update. At the same time, for clarifying all our tasks ng ating mga script writers for the RBI. And of course, meron pa tayong mga schedules na dapat din natin sundan. At of course, yung pinakita ni Ma'am nga kanina, yung ating timeline at tulad nga po ng nasabi ni Ma'am, ito'y bayanihan, kaya pagpasensyahan po ninyo at maunawaan po ninyo ang ating mga kinikilos ngayon sa DepEd. Talagang nagtutulong-tulong na po tayo dahil hindi na nga po mapipigilan ang pagbubukas ng ating klase sa Agosto 24 at yan po ay naipahayag na mismo ng ating mahal na Pangulo sa kanyang State of the Nation Address at sinusuportahan tayo ng mahal nating Pangulo sa pagbubukas ng ating klase. Kaya sigurado po nakahanda na tayo din at mas lalo pa tayo magiging handa kung sama-sama tulong-tulong tayo sa paggawa po nitong ating mga gawain sa pagpapasahimpapawid ng ating mga tinatawag nating self-learning modules sa pamamagitan ng radio-based instruction and TV-based instruction. Ayan. So, Ma'am A, kung wala na po tayong additional mga inputs or mga information time check, it's already 11:38 on my watch. Nais po lamang natin pasalamatan muli. Of course, isasama muna natin on screen muli. Andyan pa ba si Ma'am Marilu at saka si Ma'am Dali?
Yeah, andyan pa ba sila? Hello, Ma'am.
Yeah. Hello, Ma'am.
How about Ma'am Dali? Is Ma'am Dali still around? Ayan. Okay. Ayan, so Ma'am Annalisa, muli pasalamatan natin si Ma'am Dali Jane Hamil ng Division of Tagum City at of course, Ma'am Marilo P. Masunag ng Division of Davao Oriental. Go ahead po, Ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much to our core trainers. Ayan, kasi sila yung core trainees natin na nakapasok sa Zoom. So, sila yung core trainers natin ngayon. So, meaning to say, they will be helping us technically para ma-finalize ang mga script, di ba? Kasi after the script, baka tayo din ang magiging broadcasters. So, iba naman yun na phase po. So, nako. So, from script writers to broadcasters. Ayan. Pero, concentrate muna tayo thinking sa script. Okay, yan muna. So, thank you, Ma'am Marilu and Ma'am Dali for helping us in-house training and reorientation natin. Thank you so much. Thank you, Tagum City and Davao Oriental for allowing regional office para bang maging representative natin si Ma'am Dali at si Ma'am Marilu dun sa sa national na training. Kasi nga there are writers talaga ng modules ng grade 3. Yeah. Thank you so much. God bless. So from time to time connect tayo for the realization of the scripts ng ating mga script writers.
Of course. Thank you so much, Ma'am. Saludo kami sa inyo, Ma'am Dali Jane Hamil and Ma'am Marilo Pimasunag sa inyong kagitingan upang ibandila ang Rehiyon 11 sa pagsasahimpapawid ng ating RBI sa susunod na mga araw. Salamat po sa paggabay sa amin at pagbibigay ninyo ng kaalaman at pagbabahagi ng inyong natutunan sa ating pagsasanay with UP Los Baños CDC. Thank you so much sa inyo. And of course, Ma'am Annalisa, kung wala na po tayong mahalagang announcement pa o ibang karagdagan, time check is 11:40 and of course, half day lamang po tayo, ano?
Half day lang tayo. So again, ulitin po we will arrange the assignment po. Sorry, of course, ang included natin yung IGACOS, yung PANAB, yung Mati City, kasi we need to distribute them to the different groupings. So, iano natin sila.
Yan. Huwag po kayo mag-alala
natin yung assignment.
Huwag po kayo mag-alala mga participants namin ngayon no, sa RBI na training na ito. Of course, ay ipapaalam po yan sa pamamagitan po ng inyong mga education program supervisors na humahawak po sa inyo. At lahat po ng updates ay magmumula of course sa ating LR manager at saka ang ating RBI head natin or coordinator natin sa self-learning modules sa pagko-convert nga po nito sa ating mga conversion. Si ma'am kasi ang humahawak nito lahat, si ma'am Annalisa. Siya ang talagang nangunguna nito, kaya sa kanya din magbumula yung ating mga assigned tasks at saka special assignments pa natin na gagampanan. And of course, ma'am Annalisa, ma'am Dali, and ma'am Marilu, baka po meron pang hindi nakapag-attendance. Ano po, dito kasi natin kukunin yung ating magiging paraan ng pagkikipag-communicate sa kanila. Of course, ang kanilang email at gayon din po ang kanilang contact number. So, paki-flash po muli on screen ang ating attendance link. Ayan. So, please do not forget to check muna. Ano po? I-check niyo po muna yung inyong mga details na nilalagay dyan para po talagang sigurado marireceive po ninyo yung mga ma-assign sa atin na modules. Ganon din po yung inyong contact number kasi baka po magsumagot na the number you have dialed is not a cell phone number but a plate number. So, huwag po ninyong kalimutan na ayusin po yung inyong pagsusulat o paglalagay ng mga detalye sa attendance link na naka-flash sa inyo. Okay, thank you so much, controllers, sa pag-flash ng link na yan. Ayan, Ma'am A, Ma'am Dali, and Ma'am Marilu, of course, kasama na ko na po kayo sa screen at tayo ay magpapaalam na dahil tapos na po ang ating pagbabahagi ng ating sa pagsasanay nga po dito sa ating scriptwriting sa radio-based instruction at naway po ang lahat ng ating mga participants na kasama ngayon gayon din po sa kanilang mga respective education program supervisors. At pasalamatan din natin ang kanilang mga CID chiefs na siyang nangunguna din po sa ganitong mga kampanin. Maraming salamat po. Isahin ko lamang po, ma'ams, basahin yung ating mga respective tawag dito, yung ating mga respective divisions na kasama po ngayon. Allow me to repeat them again. Of course, thank you so much to the Division of Davao City, Division of Davao de Oro, Division of Davao del Norte, Division of Davao del Sur, Division of Davao Occidental, Division of Davao Oriental, Island Garden City of Samal Division, Dico City Division, Panabo City Division, Tagum City Division, and Mati City Division. Thank you so much po sa inyong lahat at naway marami kayong natutunan and of course, connect lang po kayo sa lahat po ng ating mga gagawin at ito naman po ay ginagawa natin hindi para sa ating mga sarili lamang, kundi para sa ating rehiyon at lalong-lalo na para sa ating kabataan na siyang pag-asa din po ng ating bayan. But of course, bago tayo lumisa ng tuluyan sa screen, makakasama natin muli ang ating pinakamamahal na CLMD Chief, Dr. Janet G. Veloso. Baka meron pa siyang ilang paalala. At of course, mga words of inspiration na siyang magbibigay din sa atin ng lakas ng loob na maipagpatuloy ito. Ma'am Janet!
Yes, hello! Hi! Ayan.
Patapos na po kami. Baka na mayroon ka pong nais na banggitin pa sa ating mga kalahok ngayon sa ating webinar. Go ahead po, ma'am.
Maraming salamat sa inyong lahat at pinapasalamatan ko ang ating dalawang tagapagsanay, no? Salamat sa inyong oras and I do believe that whatever you have shared today will go a long way for our conversion activities. I hope that all our teams out there who patiently listened and intently grasp all the inputs will be able to make use of that in your respective assignments because after this we will be fielding already all the assignments to the different participants and to those who were not included in the list but you got what it takes then you can participate through our different milks that will be provided through your respective chiefs of the CID. They have already the list of the milks that are to be recommended for radio-based instruction. So you can participate, and we are going to assign Ma'am Annalisa a separate Google Drive for that so that a lot who are potential can participate. Yes.
Ayan. Maraming salamat, Ma'am Janet. And of course, hindi po masasayang dahil nga po yung ating official list na tinatawag namin kanina or sinasabi natin, ayun po ay nakafocus naman po sa ating grade 3 na modules na naka-assign po sa ating region na contribution po natin sa buong Pilipinas. Kasi po gagamitin yung module ng grade 3 na naka-assign sa atin ng buong Pilipinas. Ayan, para mas malinaw lamang po sa inyong lahat. Okay, so with that, Ma'am Annalisa, Ma'am Marilo, Ma'am Dali Jane, and Ma'am Janet.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Okay, so magkakaroon po muna tayo ngayon ng tinatawag nating countdown. Pero bago po yan, Ma'am Annalisa, Ma'am Marilo, Ma'am Dali Jane, dahil nga po ito yung unang araw ng ating tinatawag na buwan ng wika, nais lamang po nating ipaalam muli sa ating mga teacher participants. Ang tema po sa ating buwan ng wika para sa Agosto 1 hanggang 31, 2020 ay wika ng kasaysayan, kasaysayan ng wika, ang mga katutubong wika sa maka-Filipinong bayanihan kontra pandemya. Ayan, bilang Pilipino, tayo po ay proud sa ating sariling wika dahil ito po ang nagsisilbi nating tinatawag nating kasarinlan na siyang pinagmulan ng ating pagka-Pilipino. Okay, so with that, of course, magkakaroon na tayo ng ating countdown. Maaari ba nating makasama muli on screen si Ma'am Janet para sa countdown at sabay-sabay tayong magpapaalam sa himpapawid. Ayan! Okay! So, moms, let's do the countdown now. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye-bye. God bless everyone and thank you so much.
Welcome to CLMD Connect. In support to the Comprehensive Region-Led Learning Continuity Plan (LCP). I teach, integrating technology academic community, the household, ensuring every learner is safe and protected anytime, anywhere. Anchored on Sulong Idokalidad. This is DepEd Regional Office 11, delivering quality education across